Hello, V. Jamieson-Folland, beaming in from one of my favourite restaurants here in Bali, which is called Moxa, and it's in a place called Sanur, which is very close to Penistan and Ubud. And one of the reasons I love it so much is it's actually set in its own permaculture garden. So let's see if we can show you a little bit. Buried down deep in there are actually many high producing plants. We've got just about everything you can imagine in that gorgeous garden. We've got every type of lettuce, and we've got tamarillos, and we've got tomatoes, and we've got cucumbers and peppers, and you name it. Anyway, this week's thought is about beautiful food, I'm sure always. This week's thought is about that we never arrive. And so what do I mean by that? Well, I can remember when I qualified as an osteopath, and I felt at that time that I'd been studying and working for a lot of my life at that stage. And I just thought, oh, I was so over it, and I was so ready to have finished all my learning. And I can so remember that, starting out as an osteopath, starting the clinic, and thinking, right, okay, so I won't need to do any of that learning. I so remember it. It wasn't so much that my mind snapped shut, it's just that I was done. I felt toasted with this learning process for a while. And what I've grown to love over the last few years, especially I say few years, really for the last 20 years, I've really been able to embrace this, which is not only on my own healthy lifestyle journey, which has been a lot of it, and you can really hear in the background here, we're on a, just quite close to here, we've got people on their way home from work, so it's quite a busy time. Come out here for a lovely evening meal with Chris. That sense of, for me now, lapping up the learning, really enjoying the fact that I get to be learning new things every day is my ideal every day, and that this is part of life, and I choose to be learning right forever and ever, right up to the end of this life. And so that shift in perspective, that we actually never arrive at the place that maybe we've decided that we want to be. Maybe it's it's a chosen vocation, maybe it's the kind of person we choose, the kind of characteristics that we choose to have, maybe it's the kind of business we choose to create, home-based business. There's so much I've learned through being humbled by the fact that I'm never going to arrive, and I'm always learning. So that's a thought for this week, and I'd love to hear your perspective on it. And ciao from a very beautiful spot here near Ubud.